Okay, how you doing, everybody? It's Melvin.
My friend Will. What's up?
Generous enough to let me use his garage on this super cold day.
Hey, Dad's helping dads.
Yes. So dads work together. That's one of the things, being a father, sometimes you got to get help from another father. So there it is. What we're doing today is, the reason I need his garage is because I got to change all 4 brake pads on the Suburban, and so I'm gonna walk you through the front wheel, and then I'll cut to the back wheels when I get to that point. So just basically, you first got to jack up the car, take off the wheel, and then we'll pick up from there. One of the first things I do is take the cap off of the brake fluid reservoir, so that when I push the calipers back in, that fluid has a place to go. Also, one thing to note for this particular model, 2002 Suburban, you have to have one of these star bits to get the calipers off. So bear that in mind before you get it all jacked up and be ready to change it, and then you look back there and whoop, you don't got it. So basically I undo this bolt and that one down there, and this whole piece comes off, and then I can take the old pads off and put the new ones on and put the calipers in. So I'll try and show you some of that. Okay, undid the bottom one and slid this off, and now just replace the pads and add some shimmy stuff, and should be good to go. And once you get the pads off, you want to make sure you push the calipers back in. I usually use the back of the pad since I know it's flat, and then I go ahead and twist the vise and push them back in. I do it slowly. Yeah, that's what it looks like when they're pushed in, and it's ready for the pads. Okay, I got this front pad on. I just let this swing back down, bolt the bolt, and put the tire back on. I have some brake cleaner, but I'm not sure if it's really gonna do that much. Plus I'm in somebody else's garage. I don't wanna be spraying that all over the place. Okay, I finished both sides of the front. One thing I wanna add is that after you do the front, you wanna put the cap back on and hit the brake quite a few times until it's stiff again, so that it pushes these calipers back, because the fluid level will be high from pushing the calipers back in the front too. So you want to push them back down so the fluid can go back down, so you can do the same thing for the rear. So I don't know if you can really see that, but that's pretty much what I had to do first. Now I'm gonna do the rear brakes. Okay, got the wheel off the back. Now the back just take a 12mm bolt. It's not specially keyed. So the same process, just undo this one, undo that one, pull off the calipers. This was the one that was rubbing, so I'm probably gonna have to replace this rotor real soon. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough for me to indicate. It must have been this indicator, not necessarily the front ones. Front ones didn't look too bad, but that's pretty much it. I'll show you when I get it off. Like the front, I flip this over because the radius is that way, and I can get over it with the vise and push the calipers back in. Now we got the calipers pressed back in, and it's time to remove the clamp. Spray it off, put the pads on, good to go. Put the pads back in there, new ones are in, and you just close this, put the screws on, the bolts in, I'm sorry, and then make sure it's torque to specification. I'll show you this because I didn't show you on that side. Basically, this is how it goes back on. And you put the screws back in. Bottom and the top. Now with the rear ones, you have to hold this. You gotta use 2 hands. One hand is hold this side because that twists, and then tighten it at the same time.